Well, this is going to be a fairly short video. We have a fairly good-sized closet for coats and shirts and things like that in our motorhome, plus a side closet, and then we have another area where we keep a lot of pots and pans and kitchen items and stuff like that. And in their infinite wisdom, Thor didn't put any lights in any of that. And we used to have a couple of this push-button type puck lights and Velcro into the corner. Trouble with that, of course, is the batteries don't last very long, and they don't give you that much light. So I decided I'd like to put some LED strips in there to get some light. Back in the good old days, I found a couple of these. What are they here? Tautify LED strip lights. Goodwill. $5, $6 actually. And what it is two rolls of these lights here with little modules that plugs into the 110 volts, drops this down to 12 volts, and then the LEDs plug into here, and it's got a little IR there. Well, I don't need all that, so what I ended up doing was getting a couple of switches. This type here, it's a little lit push button switch, fairly common, and putting those inside of the cabinets where it's easy to reach, and then stringing a couple of these strings of lights that have tape on the back to hang it out, to put it on the wall there, and get it so that it'll light up the areas. I've got an area that is behind the TV in the bedroom. They put a TV in the bedroom, and there was a shelf above it that had a drawer to it, and they blocked that off to put the TV on. So I opened that up to get behind there so I could run the wires and go from there. What I've done is ran the wires. There's no 12 volts around there anywhere. I thought at first there was some 12 volts back there that I could get to, that I could tap into, but I didn't have a whole lot of luck finding it. So I ended up having to go all the way to the front underneath the kitchen sink, where a lot of the main wiring is, laying all over the floor, to find some 12 volts. And I found it in a connector plug and tapped into that, and so I ran 12 volts in ground from that point all the way back up to the area behind the TV, and did my wiring from there. And I'll show you what that looks like. Well, I want to get lights into these closets here. Something in here, and here, and here. I was hoping to tie into some wiring, but in their infinite wisdom, Thor didn't provide any lights anywhere, so I've got no voltage. So I ended up having to run power and ground through a hole back there, down this passageway down here, and along that black channel back in the back. I've got it laced and tied up a little bit all the way down and all the way into here. And there's a plug right here. Excuse my camera work. Plug light here that actually comes from the other side that supplies main 12 volts and ground. Plugs into this connector here, which supplies the 12 volts for switches, lights, things like that. I'm going to tie my wires into the power and ground here, so I'll have them when I'm all ready for it. wiring is all the way down to here. Underneath, I got to put all the doors back in. You see, it's kind of a mess of wires down here, but that's the way they have it, so that's the way it's going to stay. So from that point, I'll come back here. And right here, I'm going to put a switch. It'll be just a little toggle switch that going to turn the lights on here and here. I'm going to have them run up underneath here, which you can't see really well right now, but I'll end up running in there, through here, and into here, and then probably back and down so I get some lights down in the corners here. So we'll see how that works. Well, it's kind of a mess up here, but gotta tie all that up, but that's where it's going. Behind there is where that one went to get into the closet here. I'll show you what this is in here. This one here is right up in there. Turn it on, and we got lights. That illuminates the area quite nicely. Turn that one off. Over here, we have another one. Turn on, and we have lights in here, and we also have lights in here. I couldn't really put a switch here and still be able to wire all that as long as I had one solid string of lights anyway. I figured I might as well use it. I go up along the side here, over here, across, down, and it gives us all sorts of light. Once I put the shelves in, even the shelves will have some light. So, looks like it's going to work pretty good. Well, there you've seen what I've done with it, so that's pretty straightforward. If you got any questions, leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please leave me a like. Think about subscribing. I've got a lot of videos on things I've done on the camper. A few things I've done with mounting base plates for tow cars. I've got some e-bike information there that I've done, and just some general stuff. So, thank you very much.